This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. So as I have said many times before in many videos, I do not play video games. I'm not a video game fan. But what I am a fan of is great looking monsters. And so I find myself attracted to a lot of characters and toys which come from video games. There's a lot of talented people involved in the whole video game process, and lots of figures and models are created of those cool looking creatures, and that's what I'm into. So even though I don't really play Silent Hill, there is a lot about Silent Hill that I like, from the different monsters in it to the music in it and the general foggy look to the town. There's a lot in it that I like. I just don't like playing video games. I'm not a gamer. But I do dig me some creatures from Silent Hill. I got this figure years ago. I don't remember exactly when he came out. But they have recently reissued him, so if you guys missed out on him, you can pick one up now. But this was the first release of him. He is from Figma, so, you know, Max Factory's company, Figma. This is Red Pyramid Thing from Silent Hill 2. Electric Boogaloo. He is a very cool Denzian of Silent Hill. This sort of crazed looking monster that's sort of become the mascot for Silent Hill, but he was never intended that way. The Japanese artist that created him has kind of disavowed him now because he has become this sort of trademark, or just like this cliche, you know, big boss at the end of the game that you have to fight sort of thing. And he never was intended for that. He wanted him to be like a, you know, used that one time, and instead he is almost like the face of Silent Hill, even though, you know, he doesn't have a face. I know something that artist objected to is the fact that they included all this sort of like crazy muscle tone. Well, it almost looks like a tumor. Baby, Daddy's talking about tumors. I know, he's upset because in order to get to these damn figures, I had to move a lot of boxes and tubs and stuff. So Thor's pissed off. Anyway, back to Mr. Pyramid. Yeah, he's got like these crazy musculature underneath, which makes you think that this pyramid sort of is his head, and he was never really initially drawn that way. That was added later. I always sort of imagined him as having like a skull underneath that crazy metal pyramid helmet. But anytime something is ran by committee and taken out of the original artist's hands, they're gonna change it. And it, you know, 99% of the time it's not for the better of the thing. well, regardless of if he has that musculature underneath his helmet, he is a really nightmarish looking character. He's got like a butcher's apron on and bloody surgical gloves and this giant red pyramid for a head. It's more rust color though, but he's red pyramid thing and he's not rust pyramid thing. Anyway, he's super cool, and he's got a ton of articulation because it's, like I said, a Figma figure. So you can get him in some, you know, cool poses. I'm so boring. I just like a nice generic pose like that. Just a museum pose, you know, just sort of a ready stance. I don't like putting my things in super dynamic poses. I do for photos, but then I put them right back into a boring pose again. That's just what I like. He comes with this big nasty spear, which probably has a name in the game. It's got this great big spear. But cooler than that is this giant sword, which looks like a nasty meat cleaver. And he's got, tons of hands. Wow, I've never even opened this. Have I? Have I ever? Oh, yeah, okay, I guess I have. Because one of them just fell out. So he's got hands for holding his different weapons. And like I've said in videos in the past when dealing with Figma, I love how they include this little plastic thing, this little like tree that has these stems on it that you can insert the hand in there, and it makes it so that the hole won't close up. Because nothing would suck more than getting like $100 figure and you go to swap out the hands and you bust off the wrist stem. That would suck exponentially. Being a Figma figure, he comes with a little Figma stand that you can put him on. But as you can see, he doesn't really need it to stand up. He stands up just fine. Another iconic monster from Silent Hill. They've got their fair share of nasties in those games. They've got these nasty, like, little children whose faces are all fucked up, sort of scar tissue looking, and they've got other things that spit at you. I'm not exactly sure how many Silent Hill games there are, but every new game that comes out adds their own, cavalcade of different monsters. So it's been going for a long time now, so they probably have tons and tons of characters. But these are pretty much the two that I own. And so the other iconic character is the Bubblehead Nurse, which she is the living embodiment of Butterface, because they give her this banging body with a cute little mini skirt, and every guy has a nurse fetish or a nurse kink, just some sort of like cute looking nurse, except this nurse, her face is like a mass of scar tissue. Yeah, the ultimate Butterface. So she's got no eyes, no nose, just a mouth and a little nurse hat. And the nurses in the game, they walk sort of herky-jerky. They did that in the movies too. I do own the first Silent Hill movie on Blu-ray, and it's some good dumb fun. Like it's nothing to write home about, but it's not completely trash either. It's, as far as a video game adaptation, it's okay. It gets confusing towards the end of it. You're like, wait, what the fuck's going on? Who is that person? How is that related? Wait, is that the little girl or is that the little girl? Like, it's all over the place. But I don't watch that movie for the story because, yeah, it's confusing and convoluted and overly complicated, and it has to be. But I watched that film for the visuals because they do have some cool monsters and some cool visuals, and I like the way the town looks. It's all foggy and it just looks like you're in hell. This is the other head she comes with. Let's see. This one, I don't know what the fuck's going on with her head here. It looks like she's got bunny ears, but it looks like she's wrapped up in latex, or yeah, like a latex glove has been stretched over her head. And these things look like bunny ears. They don't look like hair. I mean, I guess they could be hair, but they don't look like hair. They look like freaky ears. But between the two looks, I like that look better. I wasn't gonna buy another $100 nurse figure just to put a different head on. But yeah, they are very cool looking, very iconic. Yeah, I think they're really cool and wild looking, and I appreciate their design. I like these action figures. I'm pretty sure I always piss off the video game crowd out there every time I make one of these videos, and I say that I don't like the games, but I just don't. I don't like playing games. I get bored with them way too easy. I can play them for like 20 minutes and then I'm like, and I'm done. But I was like that way back in the days with the Atari 2600. I was the same way. My friends could sit on that fucking thing and play for hours and hours and hours, and I was more like, okay, this is neat, but let's grab our action figures and go play with these things, you know? It's just not my cup of tea. But cool monsters are my cup of tea, and Silent Hill has definitely got them. Both of these figures are available right now. You can get them. These are the originals that came out, I don't know how many years ago, but they were so popular and, so high on the secondary market that they've been re-released. And that's always cool. So if you guys missed out on them the first time, I mean, these things might be 10 years old by now, but if you missed out on them then, you can pick them up now. All right, my friends, I've got some more goodies that I'm going to show you guys in the next video. Take it easy.